everyone, and welcome to the breakout session, Protect Your Intellectual Property with Amazon Brand Protection. I'm Jen Blaze, and I lead the North America Global Brand Relations team here at Amazon. Over the course of this presentation, I'm sure you will have a number of questions about our programs. Please be aware that while we will not have a live Q&A session as part of this presentation, you can submit your questions into the chat, and we will answer top questions in an email to attendees following the event. Amazon strives to be Earth's most customer-centric company, where people can find and discover virtually anything they want to buy online at competitive prices. That means that everything we do is with the customer in mind, and we work hard to earn and maintain their trust. That trust includes making sure our hundreds of millions of customers know that when they shop on Amazon, they are choosing authentic and safe products from our millions of selling partners like you. That's why we've designed tools and used technology to stop bad actors who try to take advantage of our customers' trust and infringe upon the intellectual property rights of brands. With over 5 billion listing updates submitted to our catalog every day, we need to constantly innovate. And we do that in a number of ways. We use expert human investigators and advanced machine learning to identify patterns and signals. These signals help us to detect fraudulent or abusive listing activity and infringement on brands' intellectual property rights. We do all of this with Amazon Brand Protection. Amazon Brand Protection is a suite of industry-leading tools and programs. They are used to protect customers, brands, and selling partners by preventing counterfeits, fraud, and abuse from bad actors on our stores. It helps to create a consistent and trusted experience for customers every time they shop on Amazon. Now, I'd like to tell you more about these programs, but first, let's talk about what intellectual property actually is. Intellectual property, or IP, refers to creations of the mind, things like inventions, designs, or symbols. And these creations are protected by law. For example, patents, which provide exclusive rights for an invention, or copyrights, which protect literary or artistic works such as images, books, and films, and trademarks, which protect designs, symbols, names, and images used in commerce. And as we mentioned before, bad actors often try to reach their goals by infringing upon the IP rights of legitimate brands. So once you have invested in your business and you have intellectual property, the next step in protecting it on Amazon is to enroll in Brand Registry, where we can establish that you are the authentic rights owner for your brand and that you are the owner of your trademark. And from there, you can start to protect many different types of IP. Now, Amazon takes brand protection very seriously, and we do a lot of work to protect brands' IP. In fact, in 2020, Amazon employed over 10,000 employees and spent over $700 million to protect brands like yours and customers from counterfeit products and IP infringement. Due to these efforts, over 6 million bad actor accounts were stopped before they published a single listing for sale. And less than 0.01% of all products sold on Amazon received a counterfeit complaint from customers. Of course, if a complaint was found, they were quickly investigated for accuracy, and Amazon took appropriate action on the listings and accounts. But we also use these valid complaints to inform and continuously improve our proactive detection. Now let's learn more about where this all started, Brand Registry. In 2017, we created Brand Registry to capture accurate and actionable information from brands in order to use that information to protect their IP and prevent suspected infringements in Amazon stores. Since then, it has grown quickly, with over 500,000 brands enrolled in Brand Registry worldwide. Brand Registry is the basis of our automated protections. Those protections use machine learning to predict, prevent, and suppress infringement and proactively protect a brand's IP. Amazon Brand Registry is a free service that gives a brand owner, regardless of whether they sell in our stores, help to protect their IP and create an accurate and trusted experience for customers on Amazon. Once in Brand Registry, brands get access to the Report a Violation tool and our automated brand protections. They also have more control over the text, photos, and content on detail pages for their products. This is to ensure listing and catalog accuracy. Brand Registry also makes them eligible for other tools that help them build and grow their brand, whether that's advertising and promotional programs or tools that provide customer insights and analytics. Now let's dive a little deeper into some of the tools and features that are available within Brand Registry. If IP rights owners identify infringement on Amazon, they can use the Report a Violation tool to notify us. The Report a Violation tool provides a text or image-based search to find and identify potential infringement on offers, copyrighted images, and products through their ASINs. And ASIN stands for Amazon Standard Identification Number. The tool allows you to do a global search, which lets you search for content in Amazon stores in different countries from the same screen without ever having to navigate away. It lets you search for images, which is what I'm showing here on this slide, and it allows you to find product listings on Amazon that match your products or logos using images. You can also do a bulk search. That allows you to search for a list of ASINs or product URLs to explore and report potentially infringing content fast. Users can also access their submission history, which provides a log of reports they have submitted via the Report a Violation tool and their associated status. Here they can also find other details such as complaint ID, reported ASIN, and infringement type. Now, once a brand is enrolled in Brand Registry, they are now eligible for Automated Brand Protections, or ABP. Powered by machine learning, ABP protects the rights of brands by restricting inaccurate or infringing contributions from entering the catalog. At Amazon, we're proactive. Our first priority is stopping a bad actor or bad listing. We want to protect our store and stop any attempts to break in. This is where we're spending the vast majority of our time and efforts, keeping the bad guys out so a customer never has to think about it. And that's why our automated protections are so important. When brands share information with us through Brand Registry, we use that information to build out our machine learning models and keep the bad listings out. In fact, for every one notice a brand sends us, we are removing or blocking more than 100 suspect listings. So what do those suspect listings look like? Well, they can be product listings that aren't for your brand and incorrectly use your trademark terms in their titles. Or maybe they're images that use your logo, but are for products that don't carry your brand name. They could be sellers shipping products from countries where you don't manufacture or distribute your brand. Or maybe they're product listings being created with your brand name, but you've already listed your full product catalog on Amazon. There is a lot that goes into these protections, which are always hard at work in the background, keeping customers and brands safe. Now let's look at other ways brand protection can help you. If you are a brand in Brand Registry with a registered trademark, you are eligible for transparency, a product serialization service that helps identify individual units through use of unique transparency codes. With these unique codes, transparency helps you proactively prevent counterfeits from reaching customers. And that's because products enrolled in transparency cannot be listed on Amazon or shipped without valid transparency codes. So here's how it works. You tell us which products you want to enroll in the service and share your product information. We then use that information to generate transparency codes with our secure software. Each code is unique and must be added to every unit you manufacture. After transparency checks are turned on, anyone selling those enrolled products in Amazon stores will need to provide valid transparency codes before they sell on that listing or create one of their own. We will also verify transparency codes before the order is shipped, regardless of if it's fulfilled by Amazon or a third-party seller, so that only the correct, genuine items are sent to customers. If the right code isn't there, the item doesn't ship. It's that simple. Even better, customers can verify those products are authentic with our easy-to-use transparency app or the Amazon shopping app, no matter where the products are purchased. You can even share product information, videos, images, and promotions, all shareable by customers on social media. And on the back end, you can also improve the customer experience by identifying supply chain defects through returns analytics information and other data on transparency's effectiveness. Another great program that brand protection offers to address counterfeiting is Project Zero. Project Zero is a program that you can be invited to by using the Report a Violation tool accurately and consistently. This is really exciting because for the first time, we are giving rights owners the power to directly remove counterfeit listings themselves from Amazon stores. It's an unprecedented level of responsibility, but one we felt could really help us and brands work more closely and effectively to bring counterfeit to zero. This tool allows brands to remove a counterfeit immediately from our store and allows Amazon to focus on investigating the bad actor and building and refining our proactive protections. Eventually, when a brand logs in, there'll be nothing for them to report, and that's our vision. Of course, this tool puts an incredible amount of trust in brands, so we have a very simple rule. If you abuse it, you will lose it. More than 18,000 brands have been invited to participate in Project Zero, and we continue to invite more as we scale the program. You may recall earlier in the presentation, I told you that if you report a violation in Brand Registry, we can remove or block 100 more suspected listings. Well, for brands in Project Zero, for every one violation reported, we can find and remove 600 suspected listings. So as you already know, Amazon strictly prohibits the sale of counterfeit items and actively works to stop them in our stores. I'm excited to share with you a program we just launched last year, the Amazon Counterfeit Crimes Unit, or CCU. CCU is a global team that works with brands, law enforcement, and customers across the globe to stop bad actors and bring them to justice. And they do this in a number of ways. First, they detect counterfeit globally by partnering with brands to collect rich information about their intellectual property. And they use risk signals received from Amazon Brand Registry, Project Zero, and Transparency to detect, investigate, and remove counterfeit items from our stores. But they also use this information to identify bad actors as targets for prosecution all over the world. Second, this team takes action against bad actors. They help build and refer cases against counterfeiters to law enforcement. They undertake investigations, and they pursue litigation to help seize counterfeit products and get justice for rights owners. And third, this team disrupts counterfeit networks. By identifying and pursuing counterfeiters at every link in their supply chain, they disrupt manufacturing, distribution, logistics, and financial resources. They reclaim illicit funds and deter counterfeiters from continuing their operations in our stores. Now, let's go back to brand registry. We talked a lot about programs you can use to protect your brand's IP rights. But as I mentioned before, there are also several brand building programs that brand registry will make you eligible for. These are designed to give you more control over your brand on Amazon. They allow you to gain more insight, reach more customers, and of course, sell more products. For example, A+ content allows a brand to change product descriptions of their branded ASINs and include a unique brand story, enhanced images, and text placements. Stores help brands to curate content that inspires, educates, and helps shoppers discover a brand's product selection. Brand analytics gives brands access to valuable insights to make informed, strategic decisions about their product portfolio, marketing, or advertising activities. Sponsored brands helps the brand's customers to discover and purchase products with ads that appear in search results and on product pages. And Amazon Live, which allows you to engage with shoppers in real time and drive sales with interactive live streams. If you're interested in any of these programs, just note that you'll need to enroll in each program separately. So, who is eligible for brand registry? Well, to be eligible, your trademark must be pending or registered and active, be a text or image-based trademark, be issued by our accepted trademark offices, and appear on your brand's products or packaging. Now, please note that the trademark must be fully active to have access to our counterfeit prevention programs. But if you don't have a pending or registered trademark yet, Amazon has a program that can help. This is our IP Accelerator program, where we use trusted intellectual property law firms at competitive rates to help businesses more quickly obtain intellectual property rights. During this process, brands get faster access to brand protections through brand registry, and they can even become eligible for brand building programs. Again, our mission is to be the Earth's most customer-centric company. Customers trust that they will receive authentic goods when they shop on Amazon, and anything that diminishes that trust is unacceptable. We will continue to fight and innovate to protect our customers and help sellers protect their brands. As I mentioned earlier, we will not have a live Q&A session as part of this presentation, but we will answer top questions in an email to attendees following the event. Now that we've covered how brand protection programs protect customers, brands, and intellectual property, I thought you might like to hear firsthand what one of our seller brands think about them. Hi, Vero. Thank you so much for being here today to share a little bit about your experience with Amazon brand protection.
Hi, Jen. It's my pleasure to be here.
Why don't we start with maybe you can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your brand.
Yeah, my name is Vero Marquez. I am General Counsel for Upper Echelon Products. Here at Upper Echelon Products, we leverage our technology and consumer products expertise to launch high-quality products that fit consumer needs and lifestyles. We have multiple brands like Everlasting Comfort, Repel, Café du Chateau, Flux Phenom, and Le Chateau, to name a few. Some of our flagship products include our ergonomic office collection of seat cushions, which I'm sitting on right now, lumbar pillows and footrest pillows, and everyday essentials like umbrellas, wine decanters, and coffee makers. We sell mostly in the home and kitchen, office products, and tools and home improvement categories. At the end of the day, our number one priority is making people happy and doing the right thing.
That's great. Thanks for that. So what were some of the key reasons why you enrolled in brand registry, and how do you use brand registry today?
Yeah, we began selling on Amazon in December of 2015. and used to have a lot of difficulty with counterfeit sellers deceiving customers with fake versions of our products. Once our trademarks were registered, we were invited by Amazon to enroll in brand registry. And we really wanted to receive all the benefits that Amazon provides to brand owners, which are brand registered, like the report a violation tool and access to brand registry support. Brand registry is just a wonderful tool that allows a brand owner to be the main contributor, and it thereby ensures nefarious sellers are not able to amend the listing, the images, the title, or the description. And it allows sellers another avenue to contact an Amazon rep through brand registry support. So if we saw an infringement of our images or trademarks, we could have them addressed with the report a violation tool. So we really enrolled for all the extra services offered that help make the overall experience of selling on Amazon just a bit better.
Could you tell us about those other brand protection services you're enrolled in and how you use them?
Oh yeah. As part of our comprehensive approach to protect our brands, we are also enrolled in Project Zero and Transparency.
But I understand you've had some challenges with bad actors listing counterfeit products on your listings. So how did your enrollment in Project Zero and Transparency help resolve some of those challenges?
Yes, absolutely correct. Like I mentioned earlier, we used to receive a slew of negative complaints and reviews from customers who received a lesser quality knockoff product unknowingly from another seller. Project Zero offers a self-service tool allowing brand registered sellers to report and almost immediately remove other bad actors that are infringing upon our intellectual property rights. Transparency serves as our offensive strategy to proactively deter counterfeit sales on our listing. And Project Zero we use as a defensive strategy if an infringement does occur.
That's great. Could you tell me a little bit more about that, about using Transparency, our product serialization service, as more of a proactive solution?
Transparency is great. Amazon invited us into the Transparency program when it was still in beta phase. Once we learned it was an effective way to proactively deter bad actors from selling on our listing, we jumped on the opportunity. We have enrolled almost all of our products, including our new to market product launches, to try and curtail counterfeiters. And I would recommend Transparency to any brand that is having a hard time curtailing counterfeiters. We noticed after our products became fully enrolled that only authentic, high quality products were being sold under the listing, and customer satisfaction increased.
Great. Tell me about the benefits your brand, business, and customers are seeing since you've enrolled in Amazon Brand Protection.
I'd say in the last 4 years, I feel Amazon has taken major steps to deter counterfeit sales and other bad actor behavior. In our experience, enrolling in the different brand protection services has significantly reduced the amount of counterfeit sellers on our listings. It's provided us with more direct access to personnel at Amazon and given us the opportunity to police our own trademarks and copyright. Overall, enrolling in these brand protection services is a win for all parties, the seller, Amazon, and especially the customer.
That's great, Vero. Love to hear that. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your experience with Amazon Brand Protection.
Thank you so much for having me, Jen.
As you could see in that video, Vero and her company, Upper Echelon Products, really take advantage of the many brand protection programs that we offer, and this has really helped them to protect their brand effectively on Amazon. I want to thank everyone for attending our session today. I hope that you learned more about how to protect your intellectual property with Amazon Brand Protection. Thank you.